Hello, good evening, good morning, good night, dear listeners, and once again, my little chickadees, Shaving a Skaven, that's the new name. Shaving a Skaven returns to fuck my life. Saving for Skaven returns in a little mini episode to go through all of the run-up into AOS 4 whilst I am off the main show. Don't worry, I've not been fired, just trying to record at evenings is difficult for me at the moment. And this episode I should say, we are going to talk about the new Liberators, because I suppose we best add. Yeah, I will talk about the Skaven all day long, but let's get these hairless monkeys done first. So, with me today is, of course, big Swingin D himself.
Yeah.
And over in the corner there, shaking violently, is a Mr. AD8M.
What's up, YouTubers? AD8M here, back with another GW video by popular demand.
I'll snap your fucking neck. Sorry,
did you add reverb to that?
That was natural reverb. I basically I managed to physically cause my lungs to spasm as I was talking.
I was going to say, in that case, seek medical attention urgently.
I have here a very expensive piece of kit, which I intend to use for an RPG that I'll be doing next week. I think it is. I've got a night where I'm going to go and do the Soulbound RPG.
Ooh.
And all my Stormcast are going to be using this very, very expensive piece of kit. For the glory of Sigma!
That is a toilet roll.
It is. So I intend to, whenever Stormcast speaks, get myself into this type of moment, because how else do you get to find the sound of somebody talking through a helmet?
That sounds like me wearing my CPAP mask.
Master D, can I ask for your opinion on this? And this, I need your expert opinion. Do you think that is bounty roll, or do you think that that's like a different brand toilet issue? I'm trying to think where the roll is from.
I mean, are we thinking toilet roll or kitchen roll?
Yeah, this is it. I mean, remember, back in my day, toilet roll and kitchen roll were better.
But also Gruff is very cheap.
Yeah.
Yes, cheaper than a field of chickens.
Are we thinking store-owned brand?
Could be. Considering what Gruffy sounds like at the moment, it sounds like the Bane brand of toilet roll.
I'm Bane, yes, that's my name. You say that I barely guarantee the pain. I'm coming after you, Bruce Wayne. I'm stronger, smarter, clinically insane. Say it to her face and I'll crush your plane.
It's honestly, it's like lighting a fuse and just letting it burn. Just give him something like that and off he goes.
I've not asked him yet if he's watched any of the Harley Quinn cartoon and its version of Bane purely out of fear.
I have seen parts of it, and they are hilarious. I can't think good is one of my favourite moments in the Harley Quinn cartoon. Would you like some strawberries? Full of fibre.
Well, thank you for joining us on this episode.
I could always just try and use this tiny straw that I've got. No,
do you know who wouldn't be interested in a strawberry right now?
Who would like a strawberry?
Ooh.
I don't think new Liberators would like a strawberry.
So, yes, on to the actual point. So, the new Liberators. Now, there is something that's happened with the Stormcast, which I think is very cool. It started with the start of the Age of the Beast, where they slimmed the Liberator, the Stormcast armor down dramatically. And it looked really cool. And they're slightly taller, and they've just got more normal proportions, and don't look as much like weird storm robots, which is really good.
Yeah.
What I really like about this new version of the Liberators is that there's a very, very distinct and subtle nod to the Cities of Sigmar, which means that these guys would look really good as part of a overall Cities of Sigmar army. It's a real smart piece of work. Like, very, very smart.
You know what I really like?
Hmm?
It saved me a conversion idea I've been thinking of since I saw the Realms of Ruin reveal video.
Oh, yeah.
because it's got liberators wearing this armor. So I was thinking,
Yeah.
I've got sprues of vanquishers to spare. I'll convert up some liberators. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nope. Now you just got all those sprues to do something else with.
Yes.
I vote buying Bretonian heads because these guys will look amazing with Bretonian
Mm.
helmets. It sounds really weird, but honestly, I think they'd look incredible.
I mean, I do have a few sprues of Bretonians right next to me that I could probably use.
Of course you do, you negative bastard. Just so negative.
If it makes you feel any better, I've realised that I don't appear to have horses for them or the other half of the sprue. So I've got no lances. Just
What you want to
See,
what you want to do then
for
is
a
put
moment,
them.
I thought you were going to say that you only had half a horse.
Nothing to do with plastic at all. It's just half a horse sitting in the back of his fridge.
Yes, don't ask what I did at art college.
I was hoping that you only had the bottom half of horses, no heads, and you're just going to make a load of Bretonian centaurs. If you've just got the riders and no horses, what you want to do is get one of them on a cocktail stick, so he's just riding, like looking like he's just floating in midair, and then another one with some coconuts next to him.
Well, I mean, I do have some sprues of men at arms. I could probably just mount them between. Have a pair of men at arms, each one of them carrying a knight.
Yeah. Oh, man on the shoulders. Yeah.
Or that, but still on
Yeah.
a big long base.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Actually, I know it's a huge leap into the lore, but it does kind of remind me a little bit of the 300 with the king and just on this huge throne with all these servants carrying him, and I wonder how much regard these guys are going to be held in, and whether you could actually get away with some of them accepting the adulation of the regular fighting.
It's an interesting point, actually. To be fair, I mean, the Stormcast. I've always liked that the Stormcast are an option in a city's army.
Yeah.
And they still are even today. I mean, hell, Yandrasta has her special rules are built around buffing both Stormcast and cities, which is pretty unique, to be fair. So there's scope there. I'd struggle to imagine any Stormcast being completely immune to being cheered on and admired in that way.
Well, it depends on the chamber.
This is also true, yeah.
Yeah, some of the chambers are very much I will do the God King's work, but I will not talk to you little people. And then you get Bear Eater, who is just like, yes, worship me, I'm brilliant. Why am I not voiced by Brian Blessed?
Because once you go full Brian, you can't go back.
And really, only one character of the Mortal Realms can truly sustain that much Brian.
Yeah. I always remember thinking when it got announced that Gotrek was going to be voiced by Brian Blessed, it was like, I don't think that's going to work because Gotrek's so moody. And then you got Blessed just, he does so much work. It's so good.
It's easy to forget that Brian Blessed is a fucking great actor.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough credit for just how good he is and has been over his decades of his career, because he's most famous for being the broadest of the broad.
Yeah. You think of Dive, don't you? You don't think of him in like I, Claudius.
Let's face it, he joins a small but powerful group of people. I would say Oliver Reed. I would say absolutely Tom Baker. And I would say, and I've now forgotten his name, unfortunately, but bad guy in Tron.
Oh, David Warner.
Oh,
and it's
Warner.
like the thing is, it's only sadly after they've gone that someone will jump on the BBC obituary and say, oh yeah, they did all of that, and then people 10 years down the line will go, yeah, and we can't get anyone who matches that now. The sad thing is that the voice actors of, say, Brian Blessed's caliber, it's not that you've got less of them, it's that they struggle to get the big jobs because bigger names will automatically get drafted in.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys jumped into roles that maybe weren't the most hotly contested and just made them their own.
Yeah.
But,
Tim
I mean,
Curry.
oh
I
gosh,
mean, just think of bloody Raul Julia. You know, Raul
Yes.
Julia has never put in a bad performance in his entire career. And honestly, there's a part of me that wishes I could go back in time just to see his version of Dracula on Broadway.
Yeah.
Because fucking hell, that's.
I mean, just for pictures of him
oof.
as Dracula, just like, oh my.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My I got the vapors. Yeah, it's Raul Julia was just an absolute masterclass of an actor, and everyone kind of just remembers him as being Bison and Gomez Adams. Yeah,
but then they were probably the two roles that he got the most success and notice out of.
Yeah, but
because of how his career went.
Yeah, but there's a long career of just absolutely spot on work that he's done all the way before that.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, as well, it's the second Adams Family where he really shines.
Yeah.
But that's not the one that people tend to gravitate towards the first one because it was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does a lot of work in that second one, like a hell of a lot of work. Oh man, Raul Julia was just great.
Anyway, on that lovely note.
Oh yeah, back to Liberators.
I mean, has anybody got any real thoughts about the Liberators? Because I know there's not much to say. They are Liberators. They are thinner. They've got a really cool new helmet, great for headbutting.
It's just a nice redesign. It's something that, I mean, probably we should have been expecting it. I had a suspicion they might do this, especially after I saw the design in Realms of Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
But it just makes so much sense because that comparison between the original Liberators, which, I mean, they were just so damn chunky that those initial few waves of Stormcast, and then you compare it even to the Sacrosanct Chamber stuff, was just a step up overall. And then Dominion just went, right, you like this?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take it up a notch even further.
Yeah.
And they just gave it that. It's a tweak for just making the armor more form-fitting, better proportion. I mean, the thing is, the old Stormcast are actually no bigger or smaller in terms of height than the new ones. It's just proportions. They're much better. They're less exaggerated.
Yeah, that makes all the difference.
It does. It just gives it its own flavor compared to. They're not Sigmarines anymore. They feel much more their own thing.
Yeah,
than they used to be.
And do you know why the Liberators needed to be updated? Because you see that original Liberator there. You see him? Yeah, decade old.
Yeah,
that's a 10-year-old mini.
Eesh.
Just get that around your head, because honestly, last few weeks I have really struggled with the fact that AOS turns 10 next year.
It's a bizarre thing to realize, isn't it?
It really is. I can't get my head around it.
Somehow it doesn't feel like a 10-year-old system.
No, because every time it updates, every time you get a new edition, it really gets a new edition. You know, yeah, they've done a really good job each edition, and I think the current edition, I'm kind of sad to see it go, because I don't think this one's had a fair shake with one thing and another.
Yeah, bit of a shame on that score, but it does seem like they've got some really good ideas for where they want to take it in fourth.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean
I'm very intrigued by this whole modular rule set they're working with.
Yeah,
just
how cool is
just
that?
just for accessibility, to get as many people into it as you want. You want something light? Just go for the core Vanguard rules. You want something a bit deeper? Slot in which bits you want. Have at it.
I'm telling you now, in another 3 years' time, there's going to be a version of this that comes out that has a Games Master. We're going to go right the way back. I'm telling you. Well, maybe a referee. Yeah, I mean, altogether, I think it's a very cool little redesign. Has anybody else got any thoughts that they want to throw out about him?
Not for this one.
Well, in that case, then we shall scoop our way out of your ears like little maggots, and we will see you shortly. Goodbye.